Hello amigos, welcome back to the channel. Well, Mexico have done it. They've qualified for the Tokyo Olympics. Obviously they had to be involved in the group stage with Dominican Republic, Costa Rica and the US. And then obviously having go through that group, they obviously had to face Canada in the final qualifying round, the knockout round. Pretty dominant display really. 4 games played, 10 goals I think scored and 1 goal conceded. One of those games was against the US men's national team, which apparently is experiencing a golden age at the moment. Not quite sure where the evidence for that is, but whatever. And then the other game was against Canada. I think Canada was the hardest game out of the lot, to be honest. Really hard to break down. Canada really gave Mexico a run for their money. It took like midway through the second half to basically allow Mexico to break through them, and they obviously did with Antuna scoring a really good goal. And then obviously they finished it off with a second goal from Vasquez towards the end of the game. So 2-0 victory. You can't ask more for that. And with that, they get their ticket to the Olympics. I mean, what can I say? Dominican Republic and Costa Rica. I mean, no disrespect to them, but you would expect Mexico to beat them. Facing US in the group stage was a bit of initially quite daunting, I think, for some anyway. Obviously they obviously represented the biggest test in the group, and Mexico beat them 1-0. It's pretty simple really, pretty simple game. And then obviously having to face Canada wasn't ideal, considering that the US got Honduras in their qualifying, which they actually lost. I won't go too much into that game, but so Mexico difficult the harder qualifying route, and they still won. They still prevailed, and yet again they're in the Olympics, whereas the US men's national team aren't. Make that what you will. So yeah, I mean it's really good, really happy. Obviously you want Mexico to be in that competition. It's the U23s as well, which is it's a really good, really exciting group of players that Mexico are producing, and none of the players in Europe played in this tournament so far. So that speaks volumes. There is a whole bunch of players in Europe right now that could and perhaps should have been in this U23 team, and they weren't. And Mexico still managed to pretty comfortably make their way through. Some games were harder than others. The US game was a little bit difficult, but a win's a win. We scored and they didn't. Canada, as well, as I said, that was the hardest game of the lot. Ironically, Mexico only conceded the 1 goal from Dominican Republic, which is quote unquote the easiest team that they faced. So it's quite funny, really. But I'm just really happy. Mexico has a pretty decent history with the Olympics. Hopefully they can replicate that and go quite far in the Olympics. It'll be great to see. In regards to any of the players that weren't in there that should be in there, I quite like the idea of Vela being in there. I know that a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't want him anywhere near that squad, and I can kind of see their argument. But I think he's a quality player. He's a wealth of experience. He doesn't have to be starting each and every game. He could just come on to nick a goal or to see out games or whatever. But I think his dressing room presence will be quite beneficial. I think out of all the MLS established players, I think Chicharito as well. I think Vela is the one that should be in that squad, if I'm being honest. Obviously, Hachacha. I mean, there's shouts for Raul. I don't think Raul needs to be bothering with this Olympics, if I'm brutally honest. He needs to concentrate on his rehab, get back to match fitness and get ready for next season. So I think his season with Wolves is a lot more important than the Olympics, if I'm being honest. He needs to get back into the first team. He needs to get Wolves back into the top 10 because they're kind of dropping, without him. Who else? Chico Lozano, Tecatito, they're both good shouts. I don't know whether they will or not. I quite like the squad that we have at the moment. I like the squad that qualified. Cordova was obviously the player of the tournament, in my opinion. Well, player of the qualifiers anyway. Easily the best player in the group by far. followed by closely by Vega, actually. Not say by far, but it was quite close with Vega. Them two players in particular, were the driving force attacking wise for Mexico in the whole qualifying stage, all 4 games. So, I would hope that they're both playing in the actual Olympics. They deserve it. They pretty much carried the team over. Obviously, Vasquez and Charlie Rodriguez and other players contributed, no doubt. And it's a shame that Malaga got injured, because I think he was having an outstanding qualifying round, if I'm honest. Apart from the goal he conceded against Dominican Republic, he had an outstanding time. So hopefully he can get back to match fitness soon as. So yeah, as I say, I would like a couple of European players in the actual Olympic squad, but the core squad that we have at the moment, I think, is more than capable of going quite far into the competition. But again, we want to go really far in it. We want to win it. So if it means bringing in, I don't know, Lainez or Lozano or Tecatito or Hachacha or Vela even, I think why not, do that. I think that we can only have 3 players older than 23, so, it is a bit of a tough decision that somebody's going to have to make. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But at the moment, we can all just sit back and enjoy the fact that Mexico are in the Olympics, obviously in Tokyo, and then we're going to be in it, and, we can go far in it if we really try. And commiserations to Canada. I think they play really well. I think their U23 squad is better than the US squad, to be honest. They definitely played better. I think Canada would have beaten the US if they played them instead of Mexico. And I think Mexico would have quite comfortably beaten Honduras as well, as they've done many times. So yeah, commiserations to Canada. Stay there. They're obviously improving, so keep on the right track. And next time you might actually beat the US to the. You might beat Mexico to the qualifiers next year. I think the US has a long way to go. I think they act like their fans act like they're in a golden age. I think it's BS, to be honest. If they were in a golden age, they would have flown through this qualifying tournament with their Sioux team, which I think is bollocks. I think if anything, it's their B/A team. A lot of all their European players did play. Well, none of Mexico's European players played either. So it's exactly the same boat. The US fans' appreciation for the alphabet has increased tenfold over the last couple of weeks. It's actually quite funny. But anyway, I'm just not going to talk about the losers of the tournament. We're going to focus on the winners, and that's obviously Mexico once again. Congratulations to the team. Well played, well done. You did exactly what you needed to do. So now we can all sit back and enjoy a couple of months of celebrating, and then obviously it's the actual tournament itself, and the work really starts. So congratulations to the team again. Congratulations to fans. Let me know what you think of the win. Do you think it was dominant? Do you think they deserved it? Do you think Mexico deserved it? Do you think Mexico can go far in the Olympics? Let me know. What do you think about the US team? Do you think that it's all talk and no action? Do you think that they absolutely failed? Was it a monumental failure, considering how much smack talk they've been talking about how good their squad is? Let me know. It's always good. So yeah, congratulations again to the Mexico team. So take it easy, guys, and I'll see you guys for the Olympics. Adios.